Welcome to the Gerald Show.
Greetings, nerds and nerdettes. What's going on? Now, for those of you who don't know, my channel, I'm not gonna just always rant and rave about the stupidity of society or, just rant about, celebrities. I have other shit in my life to deal with, and I'm gonna talk a lot about them too. You know, um, I plan to talk about, comics, video games, movies, uh, and in this video in particular, Godzilla. Let's do a figure review in honor of the new Godzilla 2014 movie. If you haven't seen the trailer, go check it out. I suggest watching, my reaction, cause who doesn't get enough of me? So, without further ado, let's move on to this figure review. And I will review the 1964 S.H MonsterArts Godzilla. Just look at that. It's if you haven't had, an orgasm by now just by looking at the box, you're an alien. You're an alien. Now, as you can see, if you go to the back, it's a bunch of shit in Japanese. I don't know what it says, but it looks good to me. For all I know, it could be saying some racial slurs, but who knows? If a Japanese person is watching this, please tell me what that says, and if it doesn't mention anything about Negroes or anything, that'll comfort me. So let's get on to the actual figure. See the aura coming out? Oh, okay, if you don't see the aura coming out, something's wrong with you. Gotta be careful with this bad boy right here. Now, just look at it. Just take it all in. This is Godzilla 1964 from Godzilla vs. Mothra. The original. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's worth it. It's only about, I believe, 70 or 80 minutes. Sure, the special effects look, shitty, especially compared to today's CGI bullshit. But you know what? It's worth it. It's worth the 70 to 80 minutes of your life. It's one of those movies where you just gotta watch it once in your life. And you will notice that this figure looks exactly like the 1964 suit. Do a nice zoom in right there. And this thing, the mouth it opens. And one thing I like about what Monster Arts did, like if you look at a lot of Bandai toys, like their teeth, it looks white as hell. Like I actually like that they added some spots of brown on here. Like with Bandai toys, like it'll make people think like, wow, between their busy schedule of destroying cities, kaiju actually brush their teeth. But no, right? Here they added some brown. Godzilla actually probably has some rotten teeth. Needs to go to the dentist. Um, yeah, they added some brown on the toes and the claws. They took their time with this shit, and I love it. Let's go to the fins or the spines. Some great detail on that. Go to the tummy. And let's move on to the tail. Now, this is probably my favorite part of the whole figure because look at this. It moves! Oh my gosh. This is like the first Godzilla figure I've had where like a tail moves like this. What I like to do is I like to put it in like a swimming position. Oh, that's cool. Now, there are some pet peeves that I do not like about this figure, but they're kind of small and they can be overlooked because this is just a fantastic, sexy figure. Any diehard kaiju fan must own this. But there's some pet peeves that I have. Now, one thing, I've looked and noticed that online anyway, the other Monster Arts figures, they come with fucking accessories. This, I haven't lost any part. This is all it came with. in all his sexiness and all. But it deserved like some accessories. Like if you look at the Godzilla versus Mothra, movie, there's a shitload of military dumbasses going after him. You know, just like in any other movie, they think they're gonna stop the monster, but they don't. But it could have came with some tanks or some towers or something, or you know what? It could have came with that one building where like he's walking and he like trips and like he falls into the building and like starts crushing it piece by piece. It's funny. Go check that scene out. But it kind of came with something, if not with any buildings or anything. Like at least like the atomic breath like effect or something. Because the toys, like some of the Godzilla toys from Monster Arts, they come with the atomic breath. I don't know. It just makes me want to get another Monster Arts figure just to add the breath effect to this thing. I don't know. That's what it makes me do. I don't. It could have came with something. Or you know what else I would have liked if it came with the Mothra egg that he was trying to eat in the movie. Yeah, huh? You kaiju fans know what I'm talking about. The egg. Now I do have something that might substitute for the egg because know us poor black folk can't afford nothing, so we make do with what we got. This is my girlfriend's lip balm thing. It's blue. Actually, I think in the movie it was green or greenish blue or something, but whatever. Looks good to me. If they would have made something similar to this that'll, represent the egg, it would have looked good to me. Rah, 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 rah. Yep, Mothra won't return anymore because he just ate the babies and kind of fucked up the reincarnation. But yeah, let's take that away. And we'll do one last oh, I didn't go over too much articulation. Um I mean, I mentioned the tail. You can make him do a split, but I'm not gonna make him do a split because it's too time consuming to get him back to normal. And and as I said, I've always dealt with this. The right hand is really loose. I don't know if anybody else has this problem. The right hand is really it's looser than the left. That's another pet peeve I really don't like about this. Like, and the whole figure in general is so fragile that this is like legit one of my babies. This thing is so fragile. Like, I'm afraid if I actually push it a little bit, it'll crumble. But aside from that, it's actually a wonderful figure, and I actually cherish it because I got this thing at the Buffalo Comic Con for $70. It was originally 80, but the guy, he subtracted $10, and it was worth every cent. Worth every cent. Honestly, if this little thing right here was like $100, I think I would have paid for it. But next in my collection, I plan to get the 1991 version of King Ghidorah. That thing is sexy. I want it. As soon as I get it, I'll do a review for that. And let's zoom in one more time because it just deserves it. Oh, another thing I like about this, it even has the 1964 iconic Godzilla death stare. Creepy. It's like I'm looking at the suit. It's awesome. It's awesome. And yeah, shout out to all the kaiju fans out there. That about does it for this review. Hold on, let me just put the box right next to this beautiful figure. Ta-da! And that does it for this review. I'm out.